EG.
We are on Facebook Live on Eagle News and also on our streaming site, eaglenewslive.com. Watch us on our YouTube channel at Eagle News. I am Cesar Vallejos. Welcome to Open for Business. Join me discover the latest news and information in business around the world. Stay ahead of the curve from vision to action. Today's episode of Open for Business is held here at the School of Management of the New Era University. This facility houses the College of Business Administration, the College of Accountancy, and the College of Computer Studies. The School of Management also houses the Center for Language Studies, which offers Russian language for beginners and Russian language for businessmen and executives. The New Era University also just held the NEU Russian Film Festival, and to give us more insights about Russian arts, culture, language, and business are officials from the Russian Embassy. And Open for Business returns. Stay tuned.
It's time to take one step further and face the impossible. Time to search the unknown and fight for the truth. Time to overcome boundaries and connect the world. It's time for DW News.
Open for Business is back, and I am privileged today to have with me officials of the Russian Embassy. With me is the Press Attaché, Ms. Natalia Linovitskaya. We have the Second Secretary of Cultural Attaché, Denis Karenin, and the Vice Consul, Alexei Warny. Thank you very much for coming and gracing the show Open for Business. I know that I have introduced you. I'm not sure if I pronounced your names right, but I hope I did. If you can reintroduce yourselves and also tell our audiences what you do with the Russian Embassy.
I'm Natalia Linovitskaya. I'm the press attaché of the embassy, and I'm also the official spokesperson of the embassy.
Hi everyone, my name is Denis Karenin. I'm a cultural attaché, so all the cultural projects we have on me, and I'm also in charge of cooperation in the field of science and education.
Hello, my name is Alexei Warny. I'm the Vice Consul of the Russian Embassy, and I cover visa issues, the consular issues, and all possible issues concerning Russian citizens here in the Netherlands.
Eagle Broadcasting Corporation, and of course our partner, the university, has been very active in our support to ensure that a lot of Filipino audiences would know a lot of things about Russia. And as a matter of fact, I was also privileged to do the interview with on several occasions, and it was always an interesting conversation. Now, we know that our president has been to Russia, I think, 2 occasions already. And based on my conversation before with the ambassador, there's a lot of interesting developments already in terms of trade and development. And with you now at the Russian Embassy, I'm sure in your own departments you have a lot of interesting things happening. Can you give me an update on each of the departments that you handle on the developments between Russia and the Filipino partnership?
Yes, that's true. First of all, I would like to thank you and Eagle Broadcasting for giving us an opportunity to speak again about our bilateral relationships. It's absolutely true. Russian-Philippines relations are developing dynamically. And as you, Cesar, mentioned, our ambassador was interviewed by you many times, and he already told that we have done a lot. And both sides are making common efforts to intensify our bilateral relations in all the spheres, almost all the spheres: trade, economic, culture, science, and etc. But we have new directions of our cooperations. For example, media interaction. You remember last time our Deputy Minister of Digital Development and Mass Media visited your program, Open for Business, and now the Philippine delegation led by the Communication Secretary Martin is planning to visit Moscow, and they will take part in the Russian-Philippine conference on the role of media in the fight and against drug abuse and drug trafficking. And the Philippine delegation also joined the training courses arranged by RT, Russian channel. And we are planning a lot of common bilateral events. So for example, we will celebrate the 75th anniversary of our Victory Day. I think Dennis can add.
Yes, it's a very significant date for us because, well, the Soviet Union did a lot for the victory in the Second World War, the Patriotic War as we call it. In Russia, it's very prominent. It was a very significant era for Russia as a whole, so we are going to commemorate this date. For example, we're going to have a film festival here in the Philippines, so keep your eyes open for the official dates. Then a detachment of Russian warships is coming to the Philippines to participate in the Navy Review in May. Of course, we're going to try to spread the joy to our Philippine partners, so we're going to have a reception for all the officials dedicated to this day as well. And some events for compatriots who live here, but that's not exactly my department.
And
So regarding the consular area, a lot of Filipinos are getting more and more interested in going to Russia. So we have a huge increase in the number of people who apply for Russian visas to go to Russia. And also, moreover, we have a really significant, so to say, breakthrough in legal cooperations with two of our countries. So, from a consular perspective, the relations between Russia and the Philippines are developing very dynamically.
Open for Business will be back. More questions will be asked with the Russian executives, and we're very excited to know more and learn more about what's happening with the Russian embassy and the relationship between the Philippines and Russia. Stay tuned.
In Good Shape, your weekly health show on DW that covers many aspects of healthcare. We look at what's new in medical treatment, nutrition, fitness, and beauty. We discuss these topics in depth with specialists.
Open for Business is back, and still with me is Natalia Tennis and Alexei of the Embassy of Russia here in the Philippines. Just a follow-up question on what you mentioned earlier, Natalia, on the integration and initiatives of media of Russians and Philippine media. And I was also privileged to interview the Deputy Minister, and we were also very surprised. There's a lot of media entities in Russia, and somehow there's a lot of content that's going on. Now, my question is, after that meeting, because I know that there's a lot of delegations here in the Philippines, what were the other initiatives, follow-up activities that follow after the Russian media delegation came here?
The main of our teachers, the main result and the outcome of this visit, the visit of Deputy Minister was the arranging of the interview of the President Duterte. So it was hard work from the both sides, from PCO and from the Russian Embassy, RT in Moscow, but we done it. So President Duterte gave the second time that President Duterte gave the interview to the Russian channel. And it was really interesting. I'm proud of this outcome.
Yeah, Yeah, and I learned also that you were there.
Yes.
And you received a good compliment from the president.
Yes. Your president is very, how to say that, very kind, and it is always pay attention to.
Dennis, you mentioned earlier about your initiative to do film festivals. Here in the Philippines, we love movies. We love to watch movies. We have stars. We follow a lot of celebrities. But unfortunately, in the Philippines, there's just a few of the Russian artists or Russian films that we know of because the Western media is really bombarding us with films and content coming from the United States and other parts of the world. So, is that part of your cultural development to somehow introduce also a lot of Russian films, Russian content here in the Philippines for us to really appreciate your culture?
Yes, absolutely. I think some people still remember that in 2018 we had the first film festival, the first Russian film festival in the Philippines. It was a really big film show not only in Manila, but also some other major cities like Cebu or Bilateral. And yes, we are definitely trying to introduce the Philippine audience to Russian cinema because there's a lot to see. First of all, the same as with American movies, so if you don't take the plot into account, you can really see the way people live, what they do, their daily lives. So this will definitely bring the Russians and the Filipinos closer together. As our ambassador usually says, for now our biggest problem is complete lack of mutual awareness, and that's what we are working to overcome. Apart from that, there is, to be sure, a huge cultural dimension to the Russian films, because through them, I think English here can learn about our culture, our history, our just values. And I'm sure that it's just going to help people understand that we're very much alike.
Which is my follow-up question there. So when you talk about Russian films, what are the key themes that that's common between the Philippines? And I know that you mentioned offhand that you've been here for the Philippines for almost 2 years. I'm sure somehow you managed to be with Filipino families, Filipino friends already. So what's the theme? Because in our case, based on also the interview with the ambassador, there's a lot of commonalities between Russians and Filipinos. Although it's very clear, we mentioned several times that Russian men, especially men, do not smile that much. But here in the Philippines, because here he smiles a lot. So what are the themes in movies and Russian films that you think will work here in the Philippines for us to be watching more often?
One theme that is very relevant now, because like we mentioned before, it's the year of the 75th anniversary of the victory of the Greek-Napoleonic War, is the Second World War. In Russia, we do produce a lot of Second World War epics, and the latest one is being shown in the Philippines right now. For example, here at University, starting tomorrow, they're going to show T-34. It's very nicely movie about the crew of a Second World War tank. Fighting Germans. Of course, also about love. The other big thing that I think is going to appeal to the younger audience in the Philippines, but this theme is actually new to Russian cinematography, is fantasy and superhero movies. Yeah. Because it was my observation that people do love superheroes and fantasy and all sorts of science fiction and fantasy rounds here. This is actually the second movie that can be seen to be starting tomorrow on TV era. It's called Bilateral. Then there's Sports. We are planning to show a movie called 3 Seconds, the English version, or Moving Upwards in the Russian version. It's about basketball, so I'm sure people will have it about basketball around here.
Yes.
And of course, we have a lot of movies with a beautiful, touching, romantic line. And we, as a culture, we have a very strong emphasis on family values, which can be seen almost in every movie, one way or another. And I think the Philippine audience is going to be able to connect to that as well.
That's very interesting. I have a follow-up question on that, but before that, I'd like to ask Alexei. So, in your role as vice consul, I'm sure there's a lot of consular activities going on, and I'm interested to know in terms of the data or visitors. So, like say, so what's your data in terms of Russians coming in and Filipinos applying to visit Russia as well, because there is really a growing interest, especially after the president of the country went there, and a lot of people somehow were informed that there's a huge development going on there. I myself went to Moscow and Crimea and was so fascinated. It was so fascinating. And when I came back here, we created a lot of stories about it. So can you tell us on the developments, on the arrivals, on how busy now the embassy is in terms of the consular activities?
In terms of consular activities, we're constantly busy, constantly busy. But it's it's good for us. It's good for everyone because more and more Filipinos are getting interested in going to Russia, and the numbers of the Filipinos that go there annually, it really grows. Like 1,000 per year.
Wow.
So last year it was almost I think 6,000 people. 6,000 people. But this year we are expecting even bigger numbers and bigger numbers. And I would also like to say that despite most of our other colleagues, other embassies, we're very flexible in terms of visa policy because like His Excellency, our ambassador says, the Embassy of Russian Federation is the face of Russia here in the Philippines, and the consular section of the embassy is the face of the embassy. So that's why we really do our best to be very flexible and to to perform a personal approach. Because despite the common cliche that the visa to Russia is very expensive, it's not actually not because. Tourist visa with single entry is 4,480 pesos. I don't think it's a big money. And if you need it urgently, if you need it in a rush processing, we can process it at the very same day as it is applied.
Perfect.
Maybe in a couple of hours. We can do some exceptions for the people who come from other islands like Cebu or Mindanao. So we're pretty flexible with that, and we're welcome for everyone.
Wow, that's great to know. But this is not part of the brief that was given to you. Well, I'd like to ask because it's very relevant to the topic. We know that there are problems globally now, especially with COVID-19.
Yeah.
We know that this is one issue that all the nations are addressing. A lot of the nations are really rushing to come up with their own solutions, and I'm very proud as a Filipino that we are also taking all the necessary precautions. Our Department of Health is really doing its job to somehow to mitigate the negative impact of COVID-19. But in your case, all of you might want to respond to it. What is the Russian government doing to ensure that Filipinos who will travel now to Russia can be protected with this global threat?
Well, I happened to stumble into a couple of meetings dedicated to this subject, so I'll try to answer this. First of all, contrary to other countries, there's no limitations for Filipinos going to Russia related to the coronavirus. For now, hopefully, not just for now, the Russian government has the situation under control, so there are only 2 registered cases of coronavirus in Russia. Both were Chinese citizens, but they were treated and they made a full recovery and they were sent home. The Russian government, of course, like governments of other nations, initiated urgent work to devise a vaccine. And for now, the Russian scientists have 5 prototypes of such a vaccine, which they are testing on patients in China right now. So maybe one of them will prove effective. Apart from that, we have some experience in combating viral diseases caused by viruses, such as the coronavirus. And we have some very efficient drugs that can combat these diseases. And by the way, there is a Russian company from St. Petersburg called Polysan, which is offering antiviral drugs, and they have requested permission from the Russian side to make a donation of their medicine to the Philippines. So we are now expecting a response from the DFA on that matter. I believe it's pretty safe to go to Russia because first, starting with the fact that we don't have any coronaviruses there at the moment. If something happens, we're also ready to treat the patients.
So, since Dennis mentioned already about some of the industries where Russia and the Philippines can both collaborate, he mentioned about pharma. We know that, of course, in terms of Russian technology, pharmaceuticals is one of your key industries, not only in your country, but it's global, in the global sphere. So my question there is, what industries in Russia, or what sectors of Russia is the government focusing on to build here in the Philippines? Because I know, based, of course, with the interview with the ambassador, I think he wants to, Russian businesses are interested in our military, in our education, in helping alleviate poverty in many areas. Of course, the reason why we're here is your support to education. So, what specific sectors and industries in Russia do you think is where the opportunity for Filipinos to really operate and participate? Maybe all of you can answer. We'll start with Alexei.
I think first of all, like you said, studying different subjects, like for instance infrastructure. A lot of Russian big infrastructure companies are interested into developing infrastructure projects here in the Philippines because there's a big program build here. And military preparation, I think, will be also very good.
Actually, I think that Russia, for all these years, so our country is very huge, and we can provide either our technologies, even in military or military detection, as you said, as you mentioned, food. Yeah, we can just arrange, join partnership companies and use, for example, either dry foods to do something on the beans or whatever. So we are absolutely open for any kind of cooperation, all the spheres.
Well, I've recently visited some provinces that have already launched a project for updating their public transport system, and some of them have chosen to invest into Russian buses and trucks.
Yeah.
For example, trying to remember. Yes, it's Gazelle. I'm just trying to remember the province. But anyway, they invested in
Mindanao. bombs or where they...
No, it's missiles.
Missiles. Okay.
Yes, they have already invested in, first of all, Russian off-road trucks. They're very cheap, reliable, and easy to maintain. And Russian buses like city buses to somehow update the jeepney. Because same thing with Russian tech, it's just the correlation between price and quality is very nice. So you can get a Russian coaster type bus for the fraction of the cost of, for example, a Toyota or a Mercedes, and it will pretty much do the same things. Also,
IT technology.
yeah, IT, by the way, that's right. So there's a Russian company called Bilateral, which has already made an appearance in the Philippines, and it's actually signed contracts with some government offices to improve their level of cybersecurity. And of course, the Russian famous antivirus software company Kaspersky plans for opening an office in Manila. And of course, we've already mentioned military technical cooperation, the project that firstly I hope pushes through something is building a Kalashnikov factory in the Philippines. It's, well, it's, I mean, everyone has been back and forth about it, because Kalashnikov doesn't only produce firearms. For example, they make bikes. Electric bikes, which are now being used by the police in Russia, for example. They're also available to buy for civilians in the civilian market.
Yeah, that is very interesting. My follow-up questions would be what you mentioned about cyber security and military defense, because of course, even when you watch movies, they always talk about how sophisticated Russians are in terms of cybersecurity. Also, your engagements in social media, and of course, in terms of protection against terrorism and other global scenarios that impact the security not only of the region but of the world. But Open for Business will be back. Stay with us with more interesting questions and conversation with the Russian embassy officials. Stay tuned.
Earth, home to millions of species, a home worth saving. Global Ideas tells stories of creative people and innovative projects around the world. Ideas that protect the climate, boost green energy solutions, and reforestation. Using interactive content to inspire people to take action. Global Ideas, the environment series of Global 3000.
Open for Business is back with Natalia Novitskaya, Press Attaché, Denis Karinin, Second Secretary, Cultural Attaché, and Alexei Barmin, Vice Consul of the Russian Embassy here in the Philippines. The last discussion I asked, the last question was more on cybersecurity. We know also for a fact that the Russian technology is one of the most sophisticated in terms of cybersecurity, and there are a lot of IT initiatives already going on, because especially now in the Philippines, we're also very concerned with data privacy of individuals. Can you give us more insights about it?
Well, we do have some quite advanced software, firewalls, and everything. And I think both Kaspersky and some other Russian companies have offered their assistance to the Philippine government to improve the overall situation with cybersecurity here in the Philippines. But, well, I don't think there is more to say on that, because all of that is still on the wraps, as we say.
Okay, and also when I asked last year in terms of the military modernization, the Russian helping us do that. Any other developments on the military?
It's still under the process. Yes, so the national defense, your Minister of Defense and our Minister of Defense, so cooperate closely on this issue, and we hope that in the nearest future we will have results of this cooperation.
There are some projects in the sphere of military technical cooperation which are being considered, and some are even being implemented. This is just the kind of project where we only announce the results.
Okay.
And we are working on the legal base, of course, because the legal base is the basis of all private cooperation, especially if it is concerns the rights of the military technical spheres.
Yeah, perfect. That's good. Now, I think someone, from you said a special professional holiday called Diplomat's Day, and in terms of definition, I know that. Natalia here, and the rest of the team, you're very involved in international politics. You have to really, look at, how each country will be dealt with in terms of agreements. What's the role of diplomacy in international politics? And of course, with the Philippines now, the Philippine government who's very active. And has this foreign policy that somehow gives a lot of results and initiatives, not only with the Filipino people, but also Russian businesses who want to engage business here in the Philippines. So what's the role of that diplomacy, and how different is Russian diplomacy in terms of international politics?
So last February, so annually in February, we have our professional day. We call it Diplomat's Day. And this day, this is a holiday, official holiday of those who sincerely love their motherland, stand up for the national interests at the international arena. So for everyone from our sphere, a diplomat is above all a patriot. So our important qualities are integrity, reliability, eloquence, and writing and speaking, of course, and extensive knowledge. And we have a lot of historical roots. And at all times, diplomats served our fatherland with honor, and we fulfilling our duties to the end, including in armed commerce and if it's needed, as it was during the World War II, for example. And today, diplomacy is making a significant contribution to strengthening peace and security in the international arena. And we're promoting cooperation with our foreign partners, including the Philippines. We have very deep and close cooperation with DHA, and maybe.
The role of diplomacy in the modern world is somewhat different from what it used to be.
Yes.
For example, 100 years ago, 200 years ago, but it's still very significant in a new way. That's why we have a dedicated holiday, because, at least from my personal opinion, the role of diplomacy nowadays is to ensure that all countries have equal rights on the international arena, that small countries have the same rights as big and powerful countries, because otherwise, if we haven't had diplomacy, all these forms of international cooperation, dialogues, then the situation will be simple. Whoever is strong will always have the final say, and that's basically what diplomacy is aimed at preventing.
You have something to add?
Yeah, just a little bit. It's hard to overestimate the role of diplomacy nowadays in the present world, and I think it's not just solving some problematic issues. It's also a sort of a bridge between two countries because, I follow consular issues and visa issues also, and without diplomacy there is no connection between two countries, and without connection between two people there is no relationship. So it's very important for people to understand each other. And talking about the Philippines, the Russia and the Philippines, I think the Russians and the Philippines are very much alike.
Yeah, that's great. That's good. And the best person to answer this question is you. So, speaking of diplomacy, there's a growing role of women, and not only in different countries of the world, but also in the United Nations, and even with SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals. There is really a specific number and a goal for women in the Sustainable Development Goals. So, how important is the role of women in diplomacy and in the Russian structure, in the Russian context, that we, both Filipinos and Russians also, we share a lot of values in terms of our women and families. What is the role now of women in the Russian run of diplomacy?
Thank you for your question. So, traditionally, diplomacy always been a man work.
Yeah.
You know that the Soviet Union designated the first female ambassador at the beginning of the 20th century in 1922, if I'm not mistaken. And the woman wasn't permitted to join the U.S. diplomacy corps until 1922. But now the situation has changed, you see. And of course, there are difficult gender roles in diplomacy still persist. But we see many examples where the female diplomats combine roles as diplomats, so we can combine the diplomat and the housewife or mother or just a wife. It's difficult. It's really difficult. And I should say that women are particularly good at diplomacy, and they are much better at having peripheral vision and also multitasking. They have the capability of telling the truth. And
I see that some men are watching may have some kind of reactions, but he agree on your thoughts.
yes, and diplomacy is not an easy profession. And as I said, that many of the women qualities can help us in our jobs. And for example, it's flexibility, and sometimes we can listen very carefully and smile.
But men can also listen carefully. But I am not here to debate with you. Go ahead.
And being a woman diplomat means having confidence in yourself and the availability to laugh at this world of men, of course. But I have a secret. In order to be a good diplomat, you have to love your profession and be proud. Be proud that you have the profession which is one of the best, one of the important professions in the world. And in Russia, in our Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we have examples, very good examples that more than 10 women, if I'm not mistaken, posted as the ambassadors all over the world. Yes, and the head of our Federal Assembly, His Excellency Valentina Matvienko, she is the former ambassador to Greece, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, and we have too many examples. They are the brilliant ambassador in the world. So maybe sometime I will also be posted as the ambassador. Who knows?
We will wait for that, and I hope you can grant me an interview.
Sure.
That's very interesting. But another question is, of course, here in the Philippines, we're looking at a lot of in business. There's a lot of women who become CEOs, who establish their own businesses. Is that a trend also in Russia, where women now really empower themselves, really in business, in politics, in a lot of areas, a lot of disciplines? Is that a trend in the Philippines, in Russia? Because here in the Philippines, we see a lot of leaders, both in politics, in business, in education, who rose from just being a staff leaders in their own rights.
I have a sensitive issue.
Yes, I believe so. We see more and more women in leadership positions. It's quite obvious. If you look at our government, we have female parliamentarians, we have female ministers, not in religious but in sense, but in government. So, of course, we have female CEOs. I think some of them are among the richest people in Russia.
Yes. Billionaires.
Yes, so yeah, pretty much the same. The only exception until recently was, to some extent, the Russian Navy. But yesterday I read an article about them launching the first patrol boat manned. I don't have a more suitable word manned by an all-female crew. Oh, okay, but then you see the contradiction. The word manned. Yes. But so I think now there are no exceptions at all.
Okay. I'd like to ask this question to Alexei because I think he covered this earlier. Many Filipinos want to visit Russia, but what is also true is that many of them have safety concerns, mostly caused by traditional cliches and stereotypes about Russia. And also, the reason why I am asking you is you look like one of the Russian actors that we know, that we see in Hollywood movies. I'm sorry, he's not a protagonist there. So people fear the Russian mafia, the KGB, and a lot of other things. So how is it? Is it safe?
First of all, there's no such thing as KGB in Russia anymore. So you can be safe with this. And unlike most of the cliches from the Hollywood movies and American movies, Russians are not villains, are not bad. Like I said, Russians and Filipinos are very, very similar. We all love our elders, we love children, we go to church. We really have very common values like friendship, like family. So it's not very different from the Philippines. Regarding the security issues, there is no such a problem in Russia, and you can find a better example than the FIFA championship that was in Moscow and other cities a couple of years ago. And a lot of people came to Russia, and I can't find anyone who would not be satisfied with the things that he experienced there. So Russia is welcoming, open for everyone.
Yeah, I must agree. I went to Moscow and in Crimea, and with Crimea, it's a fascinating place. When I saw Moscow for the first time, especially at night, you have a different color and vibrance in Moscow. And one of the very interesting things is that. And I asked also the ambassador about this. There are two problems for Filipinos, especially when they go there. First is the weather. Sometimes if it's cold, it's really, really very cold. I was there, and of course I had a lot of jackets, and one of my boss had to buy a jacket there. And then the other one would be language. I think the ambassador said Filipinos can go anywhere, Filipinos can really endure, and that we're very flexible, and that we can really survive, the coldest of the cold maybe, because we're a resilient country. But what is more interesting also is that your language is something that we have to learn, and I'm just very proud that we're here at the New York University School of Management, which houses the Center for International Languages. So, why should Filipinos learn the Russian language, and how difficult is it? And maybe after you respond, teach our audiences, maybe how to say, some Russian phrases, for everyone to appreciate. But again, how on the two issues, the weather and language, why would Filipinos, and how easy is it for Filipinos to learn the Russian language?
Of course, the weather in Moscow or in Russia are much more cooler than in the Philippines. But I think this is a kind of exotic to breathe the fresh air of Russia. Maybe to see, you will be lucky to see the snow, who knows? Not everyone can see the snow, but winter in Russia is amazing, especially if you go to the forest region or to Siberia, you will have meters of snow and the snow falls and everything is very, very interesting and exotic. Don't be afraid of the cool weather. Just put the warm jackets, maybe buy the fur caps, a fur coat, and you're welcome.
And I like that hat. And you call it, how do you call it?
Shanka. Yes. Shanka. This is the origin, you know. Ushi, it means ear. Ears. Yeah, ear. Ushanka, it means a cap on the ears.
The feature of the ears, yeah.
Ears, yeah. So, and as for the language barriers, the language, of course, Russian language is very difficult to learn. But we are so happy that UR University arranged these Russian language courses here in Manila, and we are so proud of it. And those brave Filipinos who just try to teach Russian, really, I should say that you are the bravest people in the world, because it's really very difficult even for us Russians. Can teach you the whole life, and I cannot just tell you that I can speak the clear Russian language.
Really?
Yes.
But you know, sometimes when you talk
Between us.
each other, it's nice to hear. You know, sometimes, you know, to me it sounds like music. It's, you know,
Thank you very much.
You know, when you talk, it's you know, there's something in it that's very sexy and
Thank you very much.
charming.
Thank you.
Your thoughts on the two issues?
Oh, I just remembered some Americans say when you hear someone speak Russian, it's like hearing the English language in reversed onto the recording. But seriously, going back to the university introducing Russian language courses, it's a big help for us. We really appreciate this. This is a tremendous achievement because now I was told that about 116 people attend these language courses, and this is something that was never there before in the Philippines. But the people learn Russian language with such a huge scale. People actually keep approaching us, asking where they should go to learn Russian, because there's a real demand for it. And we don't know what to say. Of course, there were Russian language courses in the university in the Philippines, but it's, first of all, it's only basic Russian. Second of all, it's not for too many people. So it was a real problem until now. So we really appreciate this. And also, as for why people should learn Russian, I think the potential of the actual potential of our relations is been explored yet actually not at all. So we still have so much new forms and directions of cooperation to implement, and the economic cooperation has barely started to take off. I've heard that some Russian energy companies expressed a distinct interest in coming to the Philippines. There is a Russian website for scholarships, for government-funded scholarships. It's called Future in Russia. So that's just it. That's a very good name. Because people should really learn Russian, because this is one way for them to ensure a good, successful future for themselves. And by the way, since I mentioned this website, everyone should really look it up if you're interested in going to Russia to study. That's one way to do it. So fill out the application forms and we'll invite you to an interview.
Perfect. That's good. Yeah.
Regarding the Russian language, there's an old Chinese proverb, the person who knows several languages has several keys to one lock. So there is no better way to explore Russian culture, Russian history than through its language, because it's deeply connected. And if you can speak Russian, if you learn Russian, you'll be more and more interested in Russian culture, and it's really deep in all possible areas: literature, art, everything, pretty much everything. And trust me, you won't be disappointed. And regarding the weather, actually it depends on the region where you like to go. Like for instance, we have Sochi, the Olympic city of Sochi, and it's not very different in terms of climate than if you compare it with the Philippines. It's very warm there.
Perfect. I hate to wrap up this interview, but before I will ask you to go, each of you can give a short message addressed to the Filipino audiences, and maybe if you can teach a Russian phrase to our audiences. The only thing that I know that I can remember is thank you, spasibo.
Спасибо.
Spasibo. Spasibo, the other day. So maybe who wants to
You
start?
can also use the word привет. It means hello. It's very easy.
Привет.
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 Yeah, привет. Как дела? Also, как дела? How are you? Как дела?
Habila. Okay, your message and your key phrase. That's your kind.
Mabuhay means how in Tagalog, welcome, Mabuhay. So I want, using an occasion, first of all, I would like to thank the New Era University for promoting the Russian language. And Mabuhay, all the Filipinos, спасибо большое за поддержку.
So I'm going to translate that. Right, okay. Please thank you for your support. The only thing I'd like to say is that it's just time to learn more about each other. That involves culture, language, and everything else. It's time to develop our friendship and make it deeper and more meaningful than it is now. So everyone is welcome in Russia, and thank you for supporting us with launching the Russian language courses. Again, I think everyone should go.
So I would like to thank the New Era University and that the students that learn Russian here make huge progress and a real breakthrough, because I managed to listen how they speak Russian. It's really wonderful. And talking about Russian-Filipino relationship, I think we have huge potential in all possible areas of cooperation: cultural, scientific, military, everything. And don't be afraid to come to Russia. Russia welcomes everyone. Unlike the cliches from the Hollywood movies, American movies, we're not evil. We are very, very welcome to everyone, and we are very much alike. And the word that I would like to say is "Добро пожаловать." It's welcome. So welcome to Russia.
It's basically Mabuhay.
Yeah, basically Mabuhay.
That's Alex Ivermin, Vice Consul, Denis Karenin, Second Secretary, Cultural Attaché, and Natalia Nutskaya, Press Attaché of the Russian Embassy here in the Philippines. Open for business. We'll be back. Stay with us. Spasiba.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Soccer, the world's favorite sport. And it's no wonder. Spectacular goals. And plenty of emotion. The best of game day. Kickoff.
My name is Manolito Mariano Agustin. I am a native of Malolos, Bulacan. I'm here as a Russian lecturer dito po sa New Era University. At since we started this department po last October, I think October 5. Kami yung unang-unang occupant dito yung binuksan namin yung Russian language course. And then not only here, meron akong mga hawak na foreign service students. In 1985, I was sent for a scholarship in the former Soviet Union. So I studied from 1985 up to 1993. And I was a recipient of a state scholarship in the former Soviet Union. Although my career is about fine arts, I finished design in Stroganov Academy. At I'm very proud na kaisa-isang Pilipino po na nagtapos sa Stroganov Academy sa Moscow, USSR. And after finishing my college years with master's degree in Moscow, I discovered myself na very passionate ako sa language. And besides, kahit nagtrabaho ako na animator, I work in television post-production up to 2009 po. And then, I think yung mga last year ko, naging teaching technician ako sa parang mass comm faculty sa Sharjah University. I discovered myself very passionate with the language because first, isa po siya sa 6 working languages ng United Nations. Yun yung mga tao na mahilig sa iba-ibang wika. At in my case, parang na-inlove ako sa iba-ibang wika. There were times na when I was in USSR, halos lahat ng language, inalam ko yung kumusta ka, from Swahili to Pushtun to Urdu, hanggang Mongolian. Pinag-aralan ko yun na, basta passionate ko lang siya. Kasi nagkataon po, nag-iisa akong Pilipino sa isang university. I was the only Filipino in that particular academy. So, for me, learning Russian and teaching Russian to the Filipino, I think it's really worth imparting the knowledge and skills so that later on, yung mga Pinoy na huhusay sa Ruski, Yizik, Russian language, magiging sila, competent na frontliner ng ating diplomatic corps, future diplomatic corps ng foreign service. Ang Pilipino madaling naka-adapt sa accent, sa punto in Tagalog. Madali siyang, ang tawag namin sa Tagalog, kasi ako po, Bulakenyo Tagalog ako. Ginagagad namin yung punto ng kung anumang lingwahe yun. So, ang Pilipino, very adaptable tayo. Kaya nating, ipidipit yung dila natin, yung palate yung dila natin, kaya nating imitate na hanggat kaya natin as if we are the native speaker of that particular language. The aspect of hilig ko lang siya, at the same time, yung communication skills po para sa akin. And at the same time, kaya gaya nga dito sa New Era University, and I discovered yung ito yung mga tinuturuan ko, most of them are really passionate in learning the language. Actually, dito po, very minimal lang, so far, 30 hours. Pero yung A1 level po na sinasabi, yung tinatawag na breakthrough level ng Russian language, is dapat po minimum 120 hours. So dito, ang mangyayari po, the 30 hours at the 1.5 hours per meeting to twice a week, medyo kulang pa po talaga at sa dami ng estudyante, mahirap na control. So, in my opinion, matututo sila ng how to communicate basic survival Russian, ika nga. Pero generally, they should learn the language at their own pace. Meaning, they should learn it on their own. Kapag nasa bahay sila, so not only the things that I feed here, so apart from that, they learn it. Yes.
Then it should be a continuous self-study.
Yes po. For me, it's really worth learning the language kasi there is a demand of the language in the near future. Kasi look, you will also notice sa mga BPO, there are Russian-speaking, and besides, many Filipinos are bound to Russian-speaking country, not only in Russia, but to such country like Ukraine, Georgia, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, marami na pong Pinoy sa mga university, nagtuturo sa medical institute. At marami na rin worker po. Hindi lang sa yung iba-iba pong republic ng Russian Federation. You know, Russia is the largest country in the world. 57 o 58 times ng sukat ng Pilipinas. So mas malaki pa yung sakalin sa isla natin. I mean, sa density ng populasyon,
There's a lot of opportunities.
yes, maraming oportunidad po sa mga Pilipinong matututo ng wikang Ruso. At siyempre, yung nilang yun, doon sa aspeto ng pakikipag-ugnayang panlabas, nag-iiba na yung pananaw ng mga kapitbahay nating bansa, kagaya ng Singapore, Malaysia, yung mga ASEAN natin, na, iba pala ang Pinas ngayon. Diba? I mean, да, добрый день, ребята. Меня зовут Манолито Mariano Augustin. Так, я родился в городе в Малолос, в провинции Булакан. И тоже я считаю мой родной город тоже, вот это город Кабанатуан-Сити в провинции Нуэва-Эсири. Так что я здесь сейчас в университете Новой Эры. Вот эта аудитория, в котором я преподаю русский язык, 510. И да, здесь они меня называют господин преподаватель Нали. Короче, да, вот я считаю, что очень важно, когда я преподаю русский язык студентам университета Новой Эры. И я бы хотел выразить свою благодарность руководству университета Новой Эры и вот это наша самая Eagle Broadcasting Corporation, вот это наш канал. И okay, you continue watching, and I wish you the best. Счастливого. Всего доброго.
And our term of the week is foreign policy, according to the editors of Encyclopedia Britannica, revised and updated by Adam Augustine, managing editor of Reference Content. Foreign policy are general objectives that guide the activities and relationships of one state in its interactions with other states. The development of foreign policy is influenced by domestic considerations, the policies or behavior of other states, or plans to advance specific geopolitical designs. Leopold von Ranke emphasized the primacy of geography and external threats in shaping foreign policy. But later writers emphasized domestic factors. Diplomacy is the tool of foreign policy, and war, alliances, and international trade may all be manifestations of it. And our word of the week is from Geoffrey Williams. He said, "You can never understand one language until you understand at least two." That is why the New Era University is also offering Russian language course here at the Center for International Languages, located at the School of Management of the New Era University. For more information, check out the Facebook page of the NEU. Thank you for watching Open for Business. Join us again in the next episodes of Open for Business for more insights from CEOs, thought leaders, and industry experts promoting business development in the Philippines. See you again every Saturday and Sunday here in Open for Business, where we discuss business information, deliver the latest business news to keep you informed and be ahead of the curve from vision to action. You're on Facebook Live on Eagle News, and you can watch this again in the video section of the Eagle News Facebook page and on eaglenewslive.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Eagle News. For Open for Business, this is Cesar Vallejos. Have a great day.